Good afternoon, everyone. It is the 22nd of June, 2024. Nice summer day. Highs today are going to be in the 90s where I'm at. My kind of weather. Although I'm glad to be in the shade. It would be kind of harsh to be trying to work on my car in the sun in this kind of heat. My goals today are modest. I am going to work on the air conditioning system some more. I'm going to break open lines. I'm going to start with the expansion valve and see if that got plugged up with debris somehow, or if it's even functioning at all, if I can blow any air through it at all. I just assumed, since it was new, that it was good, but I never actually blew air through it to make sure it was good. So that's the first thing I'm going to try on that. And I received a shipment yesterday. I'll show you that. It's laying on the ground here. Somebody on Facebook was selling some wheel trim from a 68 sedan, which I purchased. They're in very good condition. There's only one that has a little bit of dent right there, but the others are beautiful. They just need to be cleaned up, and then I can install them on the car. Probably premature since I got so much other body work to do, but the ones I have are in really bad shape, so I'll be replacing those. My clock is finally shipped from Denver. I should have it middle of next week. The right angle brace that I need for my air conditioning bracket or base plate bracket will be coming from Lincoln Land. I'm supposed to have that Monday. And if I have energy after working on the air conditioning system, if I have any energy left, I will take that right rear wheel off and do a close examination of the brakes on that wheel, because they're still an issue. It's not as serious as it was before, but I still need to finish diagnosing what's going on there and fix it. So that's where I'm starting today. Okay, I have removed my new expansion valve from the system. Found it interesting that the system was pressurized. I mean, obviously not fully charged, but there was quite a bit of pressure on both sides of the valve, so I had to let that bleed off. Didn't appear that it was refrigerant, because there was no steaming or no icing, nothing like that. And I got my old expansion valve here too. So the next thing I'm going to do is just take my compressor and just see if I can blow air through it. And if I can, then obviously there's not a restriction there, and I'll keep going. If that passes, then I'll move on to that accumulator over there and take it off and see if there's anything I can learn from that and keep going. All right, you're looking at my two expansion valves, and they are operating differently from each other as far as when I blow air through them. So I'm going to demonstrate here in a minute what I'm talking about. Let me get my tripod set up. Maybe somebody has an idea on what I'm seeing, if there's something wrong or not. I just realized I thought I was recording something, and I didn't record a thing. So let me do this again. I'm demonstrating my two expansion valves, the original one and the new one. They act differently from each other. So there's a clue there that something may be wrong with either the old one or the new one. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with how these are supposed to work. So just to demonstrate, if I blow air on the old one from the large orifice or the larger opening to the smaller opening, it goes through without a problem. Same thing on the new valve, large to small, it doesn't go through at all. It's blocked. If I flip it around and I blow small to large, it's blocked in the opposite direction. The old expansion valve lets nothing through, while the new one does. So, to me, they're acting opposite from each other, and I don't know why, and I don't know if that's a problem or not. So, like I said, I'm tempted to put my old one back in, and let them try again and see what happens. Alright, so I put the original expansion valve back in the system, and I drove to Midas. They weren't able to squeeze me in today. Understandable. Didn't have an appointment. So I have an appointment for Tuesday morning at 9, where they're going to take another shot at it. Be interesting if this is successful, because that means that either the design of my replacement expansion valve isn't the right design for this car, or it's defective. Either way, if they are successful at charging the car Tuesday, then I'll contact, I think it was Cold Air, Old Air Products. I don't remember. I'll have to look where I bought it from, but see about getting a refund. So that's all I can do today with the air conditioning system. You can see I've got the old valve back on there. So I will eventually find some of that wraparound insulation that's supposed to go there to contain the sweating when it's working properly. But for now, it can stay naked like it is. So I think I'm deciding whether I want to take the time to pull the rear wheel off now or just kind of take it easy the rest of the day. I think because it's so warm out here, and I love the heat, but working in it is not always that much fun. So I think what I might do is just take the rest of the day off. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can really do right now. I'm not planning on installing those wheel well trims just yet. So I think I'm just going to call it a short update. Have a good day. All right, addendum. I thought I was done, but then I remembered I needed to remove that compensator valve off the back of the carburetor, which I did. Put the original plug back in. I discovered something disturbing. There is no power anymore at the lead here that powers the compressor. It's also the same one that puts power for that compensator valve. There used to be power because I have tested that before, so I'm not sure where the issue is. I mean, inside the car, everything is working like it should. The vents are pointing in the correct direction, the fan is on, all that kind of stuff. But for some reason, I'm not getting power where I should be, so I'm going to have to go look at wiring diagrams and figure out where that power is supposed to come from and trace it back and see what's going on with that. I got to get that fixed before Tuesday morning. Okay, I went and studied my shop manual for a while and discovered the source of the problem, why I'm not getting power for the compressor or the idle compensator anymore. This doohickey right here, it's the anti-icing switch. Its function is to normally be a closed circuit so that the compressor can run. However, it's a safety. If the temperature dips below freezing, basically, it opens the circuit to prevent the compressor from running. And it was working before, but now that I'm ready to, actually get the air conditioning system working, it decided to go out on me. By jumpering the two leads and closing the circuit manually, I get power to my compressor over there. I just tested it with my test light, and I definitely get power now like I'm supposed to. So, for the time being, I'm just going to leave this jumper wire hooked in. I'll tape off the end here so it doesn't short out, but that way I can at least get the air conditioning system working. And in the meantime, I'll see about replacing that. I'm not too concerned about doing it right now because this car isn't going to be running in the wintertime much, I don't think, not where I need to really worry about that. So I'm glad I was able to figure out how to get power to the compressor.